This story took 4 months before we ever went on this amazing journey. From the desert of Egypt to Brazil. This is how the story began. So on this amazing day on a week, 2 men lived together in an apartment in the city. Where it's warm, cars go by, beautiful scenery, shops, and basically go.
Because it's locked up in the case. They wonder maybe they can find a copy, a fake copy of the map. So one day they went to an antique store. The 2 men looked, they found a map. I don't know if it is a map or not the one, but they were so excited to start prepping for adventure. The 2 men decided to go on this amazing journey to Egypt first. They hear stories, they search the internet, the web for ancient tombs, Egypt, and treasures to behold their imagination. I'm like, do you wanna go on adventure with me? I said yes, I would love to. So on this day they pack up their things, maps, books, food, buy a plane ticket to Egypt, and a few hours later, or maybe a day or so, they land in Egypt, where it's warm, hot and sunny. They weren't prepared to feel the heat, so every day asked around, where is the Egypt temple? Well, that's a long way. The 2 guys were worried, but they have no choice. They want to find the secrets in the sand. Hopefully they'll find the truth. 4 months passed before we took this ride from Egypt's sand to Brazil's tide. This is where our tale begins to shine. 2 men shared a home so fine. Warm city lights and cars that race, shops and views, a perfect place. Till one day they made their way to a museum where treasures lay. An ancient map locked tight in glass, a copy's all they need to pass. They searched the stores both day and night, till one was found, their hearts took flight. Do you wanna go on this ride with me? I said yes to the journey, wild and free. Packed our bags with maps and dreams, flying high to Egypt's beam. The heat was strong, the sun so bright. They asked around with all their might, where's the temple where secrets hide? A long way off, but they must ride through the sands. They'll search the land, hoping fate will lend a hand. Tombs and treasures in their sight, guided by the ancient light. Do you wanna go on this ride with me? I said yes to the journey, wild and free. Packed our bags with maps and dreams, flying high to Egypt's beams.
So after they landed safely, they had a map food on their backpacks. So after a long planned trip, they decide to reset for the long walk in this sand for a few days. So this is where the next song comes in part 2.
After days of traveling far, the two men won't give up. They hope we see will light the road. So after day they found a key. On a dead man they took it, it was the key to the tomb. They were so happy but still need to find the tomb. So after more days they made it to the tomb. So let's find out what holds in this temple that was amazing. But they forgot every step, every trap is in that tomb. So I hope they make it out of there. So the story, after they found the key and at the tomb, they decide to open rock closed door of the temple with the key. Open the tomb,
We cracked that stone door rose,
cold air through ancient bones.
torchlight on the wall.
We open temple key, we open the tomb, chasing after that gold so far from home. Every step, every trap almost took our souls, but we run, and we don't let go. Yeah, the walls start falling, shaking the ground. Rock and smoke and a thunder sound. We came for the treasure, thought it'd be our tomb. But we run, and we break right through.
Hours deep inside,
Sweat on my neck, red eyes,
ropes over pits and ledge.
arrows flying from the edge.
Find that glowing pile.
Grin on your face, wild smile. Touch it once and the floor caves in. Whole room roaring like it wants to sing. We open temple key, we open the tomb, chasing after that gold so far from home. Every step, every trap almost took our souls, but we run, and we don't let go. Yeah, the walls start falling once we're outside. Golden dust on our shaking lives. We came for the treasure, almost met our doom. But we run, and we made it
Find that glowing pile.
Grin on your face, wild
Touch it
smile.
once and the floor.
Caves in.
Whole room roaring like it wants us in.
Stones crash, inches from our back. Keep running, your hand slips, I can't hold it any longer. I pull you fast, always shrink into a line of light. I got the gold run on your G, watch out, that was Moe's. The tone was almost collapsing on them. We say to each other we can do it. So at the last seconds before they got crashed by the tone, their heart beats louder than the end of time. They see the light at the end. They jump out of the tone before it caved on them. They made it. Both of were happy to be alive with the gold. They both say that crazy and hated back home.
So the story begins inside the tomb where they almost not make it out. So after all the traps, the two men find the room, that glowing pile. Grin on your face, wild smile. Touch it once and the floor caves in. Whole room roaring like it wants us in. Stones crash inches from our back. Keep running. Your hand slips, I can't hold it any longer. I pull you
shrinking to a line of light. I got the gold run. Watch out, that was close. The tone was almost collapsing on them. We say to each other, we can do it. So at the last seconds before they got crashed by the tone, their heartbeats louder than the end of time. They see the light at the end. They jump out of the tone before it caved on them. They made it. Both of we're happy to be alive with the gold. They both say that crazy. And now outside the tone, both arms full of gold, so happy. And the man asks, where do we go? Home to the stories we told. Or follow this road, let's find out. Sand on their boots, smoke in their clothes, stumble out the temple, both arms full of gold. Breathe in their chest, running like kids and laughing at the thunder, forgetting what they did. But where do we go with the gold? Home to the stories we told. Or follow this road to a line on the map we don't know. Two men at the edge of the world, hearts split like a wishing stone. Do we chase down more hidden doors, or carry this treasure home? One says, I see my mother's old gate, the roof that keeps me dry when the sky gets gray. The other just stares past the dusty hills. At the end of this track, there's another thrill. So where do we go with the gold? Home to the stories we told. Or follow this road to a line on the map we don't know. Two men at the edge of the world, hearts split like a wishing stone. Do we chase down more hidden doors, or carry this treasure home? They draw a line right there in the dirt. Flip that coin, let the future hurt. Heads for home, tails to roam. It spins like the sun between more and no now. Line on the map we don't know. Two men at the edge of the world, hearts split like a wishing stone. Do we chase down more hidden doors, or carry this treasure home? One walks where the lights are warm. One walks where the winds have blown. One walks where the lights are warm. One walks where the winds have blown. So the two men getting hot in the desert think for hours, and they have a great idea. They draw a line right there in the dirt. Flip that coin, let the future hurt. Heads for home, tails to roam. It spins like the sun, and it landed on tails to roam. One man say, yeah, we are not going home. The other say, man, I'm tired after that temple, but they need to pick what place to go. To sell the gold, or give it away, trade, or keep. Find out next song.
So after days in the desert of Egypt, of deciding efforts of the line in the dirt, after flip that coin and it lands tails to Rome. After they found the tomb, the treasure get out of there with all the traps. Days went by, the sun was so hot that to man they were hungry and thirsty. So they eat the leftovers, what they had on their backpacks, and gold was wigged them down tired. So the two men who's getting kind of worried on the situation. One man says someone need to pick a place. The other guy says, you know what? Let's go to Brazil.
The other man says that's a great idea.
So what we're gonna do in Brazil?
I don't know, the man said, why we have this gold, let's sell it for food there and place to go.
So this story took place days in the desert of Egypt.
Sand in their teeth, maps in their hands, two tired men drawing lines in the sand. Empty canteen, sun burning red, treasure at their feet, fear in their heads. Gold for food, gold for water, carry all this shining weight for nothing. Gold for food, gold for shelter. What is all this gleaming worth for starving souls? They break stale bread from dusty packs, chewing on the leather straps laid across their backs. One man whispers, voice gone dry, we walk or we die here under this sky. Gold for food, gold for water, carry all this shining weight for nothing. Gold for food, gold for shelter. What is all this gleaming worth for starving souls? Let's go fly far, far as the world goes. Let's trade this curse where the green river flows. Let's go to Brazil, spend it on bread, on loud little streets and soft, clean beds. Oh, gold for food, gold for water, carry all this shining weight for something. Gold for food, gold for laughter, spend it all on being alive, not being cold. Oh, gold for food, gold for wonder, from desert dust to distant shores unfolding. Gold for food, gold for freedom, two men walking out with more than they can hold. Oh, yeah.
So the two men did walk for weeks in the hot sun, and their luck was changing. In the far ways they spotted an old rusted plane in the sand. The two men never in their life see a plane. It looked like old travelers that die from heat. So they took all their stuff, they from the key to the plane and extra food to hold until they get to Brazil. So the plane by God turned on and flew into the sky. So days in sky cold from the cold air, the both put on their jackets on. So many days passed, they landed in Brazil. So what they do next with the gold, gold for food or gold for water or gold for wonder, who know? But let's find out in the next song.
Oh,
So the stories start here when days in the sky, cold air biting, jackets on temple dust behind them. River dreams ahead, so days and days go by, engines cough. A nasty sound, bad weather. They hold on tight to them. The plan goes down fast, the scream they crash. But they okay, but But this time there, in the jungle lost, to a man in a rusty old plane, days in the sky, no champagne, temple dust on their boots, a forgotten old tune.
Engines cough a nasty sound, no soft landing on the ground.
Jungle lost, yeah, jungle lost. Rush ahead, what's the cost? Jungle lost, oh jungle lost. No turning back, the line is crossed. So they crash, but they're okay. Green walls rising like a leafy big hand. No map, no compass, but still have their goal. Just sinking in jungle, whispers of spirits in the trees where sound we go. They built this dream on a wing and a prayer. Now the dream's broken beyond all repair. Just two fools walking the jungle lost without a word out there. What do we need? Trying to find a place or town. I don't know if they know how, but they need to find it fast because there's jungle lost. Yeah, jungle lost. Crash ahead, what's the cost? Jungle lost, oh jungle lost. No turning back, the line is crossed. Turning back now, turning back now, turning back now. Turning back now, turning back now, turning back now. No turning back now, so days in the jungle try to find people. Tent site, they keep walking after weeks they found a jungle temple ahead. They know what lies in store, they've been in the Egypt one before. They were scared of doing another temple after what happened. But they had to decide, they go jungle temple ahead or go find people. They did not know after they walked for days, they set up a campsite for the night. So find out in the next song what their next steps are in the Brazil.
So days in the jungle, try to find people, tent site. They keep walking after weeks. They had to decide, should they go the jungle temple ahead? Or go find people they did not know after they walked for days. They set up a campsite for the night. So find out what they find or do in this jungle.
Days in the jungle trying to find the light, tent inside, but they walk all night. Weeks go by, then they see the glow. Jungle temple where the secrets grow.
They've been in Egypt, faced the fear. Scared to enter, but the path is clear. Now they choose to take the chance or walk away and lose their stand. Walking days with heavy feet. Campsite fire brings no heat. Gold they hold won't last too long. Need to find where they belong.
Jungle temple calls their name. Flames of fate burn bright again. Will they stay or turn around? Next step's lost, but they are found.
After sleep they rise and roam, searching fast to find a home. No luck stays, they walk for days. God will guide them through the maze.
Steps lost, but they are found. Walking days with heavy feet.
Campsite fire,
Campsite fire brings no luck.
it destroys.
No way home, they'll last too long.
And heavy they need to find where they belong, and they did find out in the next song. Part 6 of the story.
Walking days with heavy feet.
The story starts after they landed in 2 weeks' slaughter. Walking days in the jungle with heavy feet. Campsite fire brings no luck, it destroyed, so with gold they hope won't last too long. And heavy, they need to find where they belong. And not long, a town on Town. The two men were so happy and tired, but they wanna sell the gold. They got cash, they were feeling better, so hear the song about that.
Oh, men happy, tired and bold, selling gold to chase their goal. Cash in hand, they feel so free, finally where they're meant to be.
Walking nights in the jungle with fading light. Dreams of home keep them strong through the fight. Gold they sold bought them time. Heavy hearts now feel so fine. Found their place where they belong, in the town so loud and strong.
Two men happy, tired and bold, selling gold to chase their goal. Cash in hand, they feel so free, finally where they're meant to be. Two men happy, tired and bold, selling gold to chase their goal. Cash in hand, they feel so free, finally where they're meant to be.
So they sell the gold, and now, what do in this town? They need a rest. A break after 9 weeks of not resting well, and they're on vacation. I think they got what they found. Find out in the last part of the story. Part 7.
So the story took place after the long walk in jungle. In far they see light, and they founded the city of Brazil. They were crying of happy joy that it was over. It paid off. So hear what they did in the city of Brazil. They made it in the city of Brazil. The first thing they did was sold the gold. So they rent a home so they can rest to settle down after months without a break. Now it's time for them to enjoy it in the city of Brazil.
They found a place so amazing, the city lights of Brazil's bay. Tears of joy began to flow, their hard work paid, they all know. They got the cash and enjoyed in the city of Brazil, to eat and laugh, no more to roam. Brazil was bright, but time flew fast. A month went by too quick to last. They left with sadness in their eyes, but carried tales beneath the skies. The books were sold when months went by. Their happy lives began to rise. They got the cash, what's left, and buy a plane ticket and headed home. Brazil was bright, but time flew fast. They left with sadness in their eyes, but they did enjoy the amazing journey they
So they're on vacation in the city of Brazil. They were crying of happy joy that it was over. It paid off. So they're greeting everyone, got the cash, and they rent a home, out to eat, go to amazing places, and just enjoying themselves. So time went fast after a month in Brazil. They were sad, they had a home, their flight was long. They landed after they did. They got in a cab and got home a week later. So they got home, but they had a story, right? So months went by, the books was sold out. They lived a happy life.